Koletetu te simia, which means when you're here, you're family. Borscht. Next. Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome to Don's Empty Kitchen. I am Don, your empty chef, and everything's working well today. We've got new equipment, we've got new cables, so uh, we can do fancy little things like this. Ooh, oh, look at that! Isn't that cool? And I'm not even at my computer. Isn't that neat? Okay, all right. So I got stock here, and this was all the vegetables from the cut up. This was what was left over, and we'll go to camera 2 for that. And that's all the leftovers and the tops and everything, and it's all been boiled up into our stock. So that's been pulled out, and now we're going to go ahead. Oh, I left a ring on my counter. That's another thing I'm mad at. I cut the beets up first, so everything kind of has a beet color to it. I should have waited. I should have kept the beets last. But, oh well, crap happens, right? So to make our borscht, and that's what we're doing today, is we're making borscht. And Captavia Captava. I'm not sure. Sorry I said that, guys. I'm trying to remember when I was a kid because Peter's mom used to say it all the time, and I can't remember exactly how it goes. But what it means is while you're here, you're family. And I don't know. I don't know. So, all this is going into our pretty borscht. That we are going to make right now. So we're going to make borscht today. Okay? And let's see now. Where have we got room? We got a little room there. So we got hamburger to go there. And okay, these are our peppers. They're kind of dyed. Our beets right off the bat. And you know what? Just to make things a little more interesting for you guys, so you can see things, I'm going to turn on some lights. Because I'm a bundle of nerves today. I'm just flustered as hell. There we go. I'm just flustered as hell today. So I am totally sorry. But there is our beets, our potatoes, our onions, and our garlic in one bowl, our peppers, and our zucchini. And I tried to keep everything uniform. My dicing, pretty much uniform, obviously except for the garlic. And the carrots, I wanted the round shape, along with the zucchini, I wanted the round shape. So we're going to start adding everything into our stock that's been on all day. I showed you already what we had in our stock, and it's been thoroughly drained, and I've gotten everything. Apparently I didn't get everything, but there, I've gotten everything out now. First thing we're going to add, obviously, is our beets. So we can dye everything that we put in red, because it's a nice red soup. So we put our nice beets in there, and that's first. And I'm going to start with the meat or the raw hamburger, because that needs to be, well, actually, you know what? I'm going to pull out a frying pan out of the dishwasher. And I'm going to fry up our hamburger before I put it into our, I'm going to fry it up before I put it into our borscht. So that's what we're going to do there. So this is a 1 pound of hamburger that's been measured out already. It was measured out before it was frozen. And this is going to go, and that's all our pan is going to hold. So we're going to do it in 2, but it won't take long for that to, I know this says dash, but really what it is, it's our meat tenderizer, our steak tenderizer. Just going to use a little bit of that. A little bit of garlic powder. Oh, that's onion powder. Well, a little bit of garlic powder. And some salt and pepper. And where's my pepper mill? Okay. All right, we'll just use black pepper then, I guess. Till I find my pepper mill. And really all that's for is just to get the neighbors' mouths watering. Get the smells in the air. So we're going to build flavor in our borscht, and I'm going to add a little pepper to our borscht. And I'm going to add some salt. And if I can find it, my pepper grinder, which I don't know where it is right now. But anyway, so we're going to build flavors on top of the beets. So the beets are the star of borscht. Normally you'd put in cabbage as well, but I don't have any cabbage. So we're going to go by the longest to cook to the, let's switch back to this camera. We're going to go to the longest to cook to the shortest to cook, okay? All right. So obviously carrots going to be first, potatoes second, zucchini, then peppers, then onions, and finally onions and garlic. So our major, well, we're going to go potatoes first, just because I grabbed it. So we got our potatoes in. And we're going to wait 5 minutes between layers. Now, it may not seem like much to you guys, but 5 minutes will do a lot between layers. Okay, I'll use a plastic one to stir. It's going to dye it. I really should have used a black one. But so anyway, I'm going to stir that up. And we're going to wait 5 minutes, and then we're going to add the carrots. And I'm going to add the hamburger. I might add the hamburger. last, or second last, along with the beef, which is what's in that red container. So, let's switch back to the other camera. Alright, so, and we want to just get a basic cook on this hamburger. We don't want to dry it out, right? And we want it to keep its moisture. We want it to keep its grease as well. So, I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to dump out the first batch. And our pan is already hot. It's already lubricated. So I'm going ahead, add my pepper, add my salt, and add my spices, my meat tenderizer. Now I'm going to put in my hamburger. I'm going to drop my squash. Just because it's good luck to drop a squash. Okay, so that's the rest of the hamburger, and that's garbage too. I don't know, it's hamburger. I might wash it out. I might use it again. Not for food, but I might use it for something else. And I'm going to let this cook up. And again, I don't want too much of a cook on this because I want it to cook or finish cooking in the stew. I just want to get it past the danger zone. And then we'll finish it in the stew, or in the borscht, I should say. I'm terribly sorry about that. Recording? Yeah. Hey everybody, how you doing? Okay, I'm back. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. I'm going to add our carrots now. So we're going to take our carrots here, and we're going to add them to our soup, or our borscht. I'm sorry. And you notice I moved the secondary camera over because you couldn't see the pot. So I moved the secondary camera over, and we're going to give those a stir. Add a little pepper, add a little salt. Always season, even if it's just a little bit. Always season while you go along. So you're adding flavor to each layer that you add to whatever you're building. Okay? And we're going to let those sit for like 5 minutes. And then we'll be back with adding another layer, and you'll notice I've got my beef. You'll notice I've got my beef all ready. Now I don't have it too cooked. In fact, it's still a little pink in some areas, but that's okay. It's not going to be in the danger zone for any length of time. So. It's well seasoned, so it's ready to go in when we are. And these are I'm sorry, I'm just going to leave that in small. These are the beef cubes that were cooked up yesterday and put in the fridge, and they're still kind of cold. Sorry for eating out of the dishes, but like I said, it's just for me. So anyway, I will see you guys in 5 minutes, okay? Hi, Don the Anti-Chef here. We joke around a lot on this channel. We have a lot of fun, but I'd like to get serious for a second. The Ottawa Food Bank. If you live in this city, you either use their service or you know somebody who does, whether you know it or not. It's not always easy to talk about not having enough food to eat or not having enough food to feed your family. But you're saying to yourself, I'm only one person, what can I do? Well, everyone counts. Everyone in this world counts. So even if you just have a little food to spare or some time on your hands, volunteer. Or if you have a bit of money, donate what you can. They'll take anything. They need the help. We need the help. Help your community. The Ottawa Food Bank. It's a good place to start. Hey guys, welcome back. I had to look it up online, but I remember it now. It's Gole te tu te simia. Now, I don't have the right accent. I may not be saying that right, and I apologize for our Ukrainian friends, but what it means is when you're here, you're family. And it's what Peter's mom used to say all the time. Oh my God, that smells so good. Oh, ho, ho. Very earthy with the carrots and the beets and the potatoes. Potatoes are in here, right? Yeah, oh, the big chunks of purple. Yeah. I'm going to move the soup over there under that camera because I can't move that camera over here anymore. So eventually I'm going to get another camera. I'm going to mount it here so that it looks down. And so we're going to go ahead and add in our zucchini. Our big pieces of zucchini that I wanted to keep in circular shape because I want this to not only taste great but look awesome. And more than likely they'll get dyed purple too, or red as well. There's our peppers in. And now our onions and garlic, and finally I'll add the meat after I do a little salting and seasoning. So, and you know what? The stock water that was that I just randomly filled the pot about halfway and cooked the stock stuff in. The stock water is just about where I want it. I mean, I'm just going to add a little bit of water to that, but not much. And I'm going to use warm water to do it. So I'd say that's about a cup and a quarter. Not a cup and a half. Yeah, a cup and a half of water added to our stock. So the water's about right there on our pot. Yeah, right there. The water's out. The water's right there. So, yeah. And now it's starting to look like borscht. It is really starting to look like, and smell a lot like borscht as well. I need a little more pepper. No. A little salt. And I'm going to add some onion powder and some garlic powder just to give it that dissolved flavor. And now I'm going to mix it up. Yeah, Lots of memories as a kid. Me and Peter hanging out and climbing trees and going to oh, what's the name of the quarry there? The rock quarry in Veggies. And we're gonna add our meat now. I want to get some of that juice, so I'm going to actually steal some of this. Just so I can swirl it around and pour it back in. Now when I get the liquid from the meat that was still in the container from yesterday, and we're going to do the same with the hamburger. Now this is mostly grease in here, but that's okay. I want a little grease. I won't have to strain this soup, that's for sure, or this borscht, because it's too thick to call a soup and it's too thin to call a stew, so it's borscht. Yeah, I remember every time I went over to Peter's house, his mom would have this on the stove all the time. Like, so I try and go over and do my homework over at Peter's place as much as possible, because I didn't have snacks at home. You know, there was nothing hot on the stove ever. So I'd go over to Peter's as much as I could to do my homework and stuff. And Peter was a grade school friend of mine, by the way, if anybody's wondering. We ended up moving, which made me change schools, and I lost track of Peter, unfortunately. But his dad was never home. His dad would leave for work before I would pick him up for school. I'd pick him up in the morning, and sometimes I'd get breakfast there. Sometimes I wouldn't. You know, it depends how late we were. But Peter wouldn't even start to get ready until I showed up. So yeah. And then after school, we'd go over to his place and do our homework together. And his mom would give us borscht every day. But this was a good memory of my childhood, especially during the winter. Coming in, and it's so cold out. So I'm going to let that sit, and I'm going to turn it down to 3. And I'm going to let that sit for about an hour, if not a little longer. And then we'll be back and we'll do a tasting. Okay, guys? Okay. Sounds good. Okay, guys. Hey, I'm back. How's it going? How you doing? Okay, the levels are good. We're getting some sound. On the last 2 sections, I didn't get any sound because my mic died, and I didn't realize it. So hopefully the cameras picked it up. It's probably going to sound terrible, but if not, I'll just voice over it. But I've been looking forward to this for the last, and I'm out of bowls. Ah, that's crazy. Okay, I'll use this one. Let's give that a rinse. Okay. And I turned off the I turned off the borscht about 10 minutes ago, so it wouldn't be so hot that I couldn't try it. But oh, that's neat. I'm going to try and get one of those for the top so you guys can see that. And I want one on the top, sort of like on the side, but put that on the top like that. So there is my borscht, and I didn't make any bread to go with it, and I should have, but oh well. So I'll just get a spoon, and I think zucchini is not something you usually find in a borscht, but I think it works because it looks pretty. I mean, with the center of it being darker than the rest of it. I'm going to go ahead and sit down, guys. With the center being darker than the rest, I think it looks really pretty. So anyway, there's our borscht, and it smells amazing in here. It smells so earthy and so good. It's definitely missing something, not having the cabbage in it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. So because I'm a meat lover, I'm trying some with meat first. Mm. Mm. Not exactly what I remember as a kid, but still very, very good. I want to try some of this. I want to try some of this zucchini, but it's too damn hot. mm. 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 Mess. Made a mess. Because it's too hot. Wow. Wow, the zucchini, and I left the peeling on, if you can notice. If you notice that. I left the peeling on the zucchini, but it is so good. And we're going to try one more, and then and then I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. But I want to try one more with the beef and the red onions, even though they weren't red onions, but now they're red onions. Hopefully we got a little garlic in there. I know we got some carrot in there, so that's good. And we got some beet in there. Mm. Such a sweet, savory, earthy flavor. It's so good. If there's one thing I wouldn't have done, is I wouldn't have put I wouldn't have put the coating on the outside of the meat because it comes off in the soup, and it kind of gives it a grainy texture. So if you're going to braise beef, do it uh, without the as a tenderizer. Do it without the spice tenderizer. Mm. Uh, One more. Just one more. Carrots are perfect. Perfectly cooked. I don't think I've had a potato yet. But I know they're in there. Actually, I don't think I got a potato in this bowl. Should put more potatoes in. Mmm. Anyway, it's unfair of you guys to make you guys watch this. So I'm going back to camera one. And I want to thank you guys very much for watching this and seeing how it's made. And I really hope you try it because Ukrainian comfort food, borscht is friggin' awesome. You got to try it. You also got to try their palumkis, and I'll be making those in another episode, not the next episode, but I will be making palumkis soon. And when I do, there'll be a tag right up here that will lead you to the palumkis. And I think you'll like those as well. Anyway, I'm Don the anti-chef, and this is the Empty Kitchen, and we will see you later. Okay, take care, guys. Bye-bye. Hey, I hope you liked the video, and like, subscribe, and share. And remember, if you really like us, we got a Patreon below. One last thing I'd like to say is you have value, you have worth, and you deserve a place in this world. So find that one thing that's going to get you out of bed in the morning and do it. And don't let anybody tell you any different either. Hey, I'm Don the Anti-Chef, and I'm pulling for you. All right, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.